The 10 News Weather Authority, always watching and tracking for you from the JES Weather Center.
Good afternoon, everyone. Here is a live look out at the Roanoke-Blacksburg Regional Airport Skycam showing pretty beautiful blue skies out there. A couple of cirrus clouds up in the atmosphere, so providing a little bit of shade from the sun, but temperatures are starting to warm. Now, today's high temperatures will get into the 40s for just about everyone. It'll be a couple hours before we see the 40s, but lots of sunshine is providing warmth to get back to average to where we need to be. And also, this is going to melt some snow that's out there. So with temperatures cooling off later on this evening into the 30s and then eventually down into the 20s for most of us, we'll likely see a little bit of refreezing going into the morning. So we could see some slick roads going into tomorrow morning, but I think the majority of us will be just fine on our morning commute on tomorrow. Clear skies throughout the rest of the day. By 8 p.m. we're still clear, but going into tomorrow morning, we'll see some partly cloudy skies make their way overhead, and so our overnight temperatures will not be able to cool down as much as they did this morning, and some warmer air is also funneling in, so our temperatures only get into the mid to upper 20s across the board, about 24 to 29 degrees widespread. Could see a couple of 30s embedded in there as well, but nonetheless still going to be a warm night. Low pressure's influence this week. The rain will arrive late tomorrow evening and early into Wednesday morning. Temperatures over the next couple days will also be 10 to 20 degrees above average. You heard that right. We were dealing with 10 to 20 degrees below average just 2 days ago. In about 2 days from now, we'll be dealing with temperatures 10 to 20 degrees above average. So quite the pattern shift or switch over the course of just a couple of days. And that's all because the Arctic air is going to retreat. The jet stream goes way off to the north, and so it takes the cold air with it. Warmer air moves in its place, and so each day will progressively get warmer as the flow will be out of the south. That will also bring in some moisture for some wet weather as well. I'll talk more about that in just a second. The daytime temperature trends over the next several days. Have a look at Thursday and Friday, 14 and 17 degrees above average. We're getting into the 60s in some spots, so it's certainly going to be warm for the month of January. Going into tomorrow, partly cloudy skies to start off. Eventually will turn mostly cloudy, and then on Wednesday we'll see isolated pockets of showers throughout the day. And then on Thursday, starting off really early, some widespread showers start to move in. Those become scattered to widespread throughout the day, and that's what we're dealing with for basically the entire week. Now, if you're asking yourself, well, what happened to winter? Well, NOAA predicted this. We also predicted this. Your local weather authority was way ahead of the curve. We expected a warmer than average winter, and so far we're seeing that as of now. Precipitation by NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, predicted above average precipitation or snowfall. We predicted just below average. So we still have about 32 to 50% of winter left, especially heading in to the month of February. Statistically, we get about 32% of our total snowfall in the month of February. So still plenty of time to go. And in fact, after this week, I'm already starting to track another possible cool down where another blast of Arctic air comes in. But for now, lots of cloud cover, lots of opportunities to see rain, and lots of opportunities to see well above average temperatures.
Being our resident Florida guy, you have to be happy seeing those 60s in the forecast.
I'm happy with the 60s. The rain I'll pass on, though, because no one likes it to be wet outside all the time.
No, not all the time.
It's going to be a soggy week.
All right. Well, thank you, Parker. And just like us, millions of Americans who've been dealing with bitter cold and snow are getting a much-needed break this week with a winter warm-up on the way.